Iran has used a fighter jet to carry out an airstrike onto an American military base in Kuwait, and it goes against everything we've ever been told. Well, a new report has come out confirming that during the war with Iran, in one of the strikes against the American military base in Kuwait, Iran used an F-5 fighter jet. And despite there being American air defenses at that base, the fighter jet was still able to carry out a successful airstrike during the war. And this is the first time Iran has ever carried out an airstrike using a fighter jet onto an American military base. And that is for a reason, because for the longest time we've always been told Iran doesn't have an air force. For literally decades we've been told that Iran has missiles and they have rockets that they can use to carry out attacks onto other countries, and they've done that. But never once has Iran successfully carried out an airstrike. However, during the war with Iran, they did. But something really interesting is that Iran has not come out and publicly acknowledged this and paraded it. In fact, the only reports we've got is from headlines of news articles simply including that some of those attacks included an Iranian fighter jet. They didn't even provide any more details on that, probably because they don't know. And that's how big a deal it is. This is so unheard of that Iran uses fighter jets to carry out airstrikes that we don't have any information on it. All we know is that somehow Iran has carried out an airstrike using an F-5 fighter jet. And that means that it's totally likely that an Iranian fighter jet flew into Kuwaiti airspace and then carried out an airstrike onto the American military base, stopped itself from being shot down by an air defense system, and then fled Kuwait back to Iran. And if this is true, and it seems it is, this shows the Iranian Air Force is way more powerful than we thought they were. We thought Iran didn't have an Air Force. I mean, yes, an F-5 is a very old fighter jet. It's not advanced, but the fact that it did this shows something huge. This is a major embarrassment to the US that an F-5, a fighter jet decades old, was able to carry out a strike onto a base. This is not a good look, and it's likely the US is going to respond to this if they even acknowledge it publicly. Regardless though, if they do, it's worth following me because I'm going to keep you up to date on this and any new information we get about this. This is the first time anything like this has happened.